Okay, let's talk this through. As someone who chooses not to eat red meat or chicken, and I do eat fish, but not super regularly, where do I get my protein? And it's funny because when people ask me, I don't even know. I just eat what my body wants. I don't know where I get my protein. But I do know that a lot of things contain protein. How do I know? I know because I've watched enough documentaries to understand that although the way that we're raised is that you have a meat and you have two sides, right? Usually like a meat, a protein, carb, and fat. The trifecta, the macros. But for many reasons, our society denotes protein as equaling from animals, i.e. meat. And there are a multitude of reasons for that, and to put on my anthropological cap, we'll look at the history of big ag in the US. Oftentimes the foods that are marketed to us and are the center of campaigns, specifically national campaigns around health, vitamin D, protein, are attached to some type of economic incentive. And Americans consume more meat than I feel a certain amount of other developed countries combined. So it makes sense that we think that protein comes from only steak, chicken, pork, and fish. That was a little tangent of education. So where do I get my protein in this? So this challenge that I'm involved in, part of that is consuming your body weight in protein a day. So I am at 123 pounds. I am to consume 123 grams of protein a day. And the part of me that is still like very impressionable by our marketing and by the way that we use language to talk about where to get protein, I was like, what am I gonna do? I only eat one meal a day, so right there, I definitely don't even consume probably half of the amount of protein that I should be eating. Why are we increasing our protein intake? Because our level of activity is increasing, and the level of intensity of that activity is very high. So as we break down the muscle fibers in our body during these workouts in order to build up stronger and to replenish the areas in our body that are being broken down and depleted and or metabolized during our workouts, it is very crucial that we also consume the protein to restore the muscle fiber, restore the macros in our system, to keep our tanks full as we are venturing through this fitness challenge. So for my shopping, I really was looking at all of the labels. The most important things to look at when you're searching for how to consume sources of protein that are not derived by, just a slab of steak or a breast of chicken, is looking at the nutrition in the protein row, but also looking at the serving size. Because if the serving size is massive just to get, 4 grams of protein, how realistic is it that you're going to achieve your goal of eating that much protein a day? So those are two things to take into consideration: the actual protein row in the nutrition, and then the serving size that it takes to get that amount of protein value when you consume it. The next thing you look at is the actual ingredients, and you want to spot the ingredients that are not supportive of your health. And that is super easy to recognize. Look for the words that you can't pronounce. You know, the ones that are chemical compound structures. If it truly contains peanuts, it's not going to contain the chemical compound that denotes peanuts. It's going to just say peanuts. But when you see a really long word that you can't pronounce with a bunch of hyphens and it doesn't even seem like that would be food, then that is something that you should probably avoid. Another thing, anything with added sugar, added cane sugar, anything added as a sweetener derived from cane syrup or sugar or high fructose corn syrup. Like, why? It is because of the flavor. If you've had natural peanut butter, you know the difference between a nice creamy dollop of Jif, which is laden with high fructose corn syrup and very sweet, also has this waxy texture. And then when you have just roasted peanuts and salt, even with no added palm oil, there should be no added oils in peanut butter. Peanuts have natural peanut oil in them. So anything of that nature, like maybe don't get that. Maybe get the one with the least amount of ingredients. Okay, so what am I eating right now? I'm eating rolled overnight oats. So it was oat milk, unsweetened oat milk, raw rolled oats, chia seeds, which has a ton of protein, peanut butter, which has the fats that I'm looking for, and this is literally just peanuts and salt. And did I add anything else? No, that's it. That got me to 23 grams in this jar, and it's only a half a cup of actual oatmeal itself. What did I have for breakfast? This is my lunch. For breakfast, I had, For breakfast, I was like, all right, I'm gonna pack a big punch by having a smoothie. What's really unique in my situation is I have one kidney. I donated a kidney a couple years ago. So one of the things that's really important, being a living kidney donor, and also if you are in renal failure for any reason, or if you just only have one kidney that you were born with, you need to be really aware of the protein powders that you consume, because a lot of the protein powders contain other chemical elements and chemical compounds that can actually put your kidney at risk. A lot of bodybuilders back, in my high school days were consuming a ton of protein with creatine and a bunch of other powders, and now they're my age experiencing renal failure, or their kidneys are shutting down. So anything that's processed or made in a lab really should be avoided, or looked at with a very critical eye. So while shopping, I found a beautiful protein called pea protein. I was like, what is that? So look it up. Turns out that pea protein is a really great source of clean protein, not derived from animals, derived from peas, and it has amino acids, as well as it being encouraged to those who are in renal failure and seeking heart healthy options. That packed 24 grams in 1/3 cup. You didn't have to sell me on that twice. So my smoothie had that. Also, the other superfood elements that I add in, spirulina, dulse flakes, moringa powder, fenugreek, all of those have 1 or 2 grams, sometimes even 3 or 4 per teaspoon or per tablespoon. So that just added to the protein value of my shake. I also made the shake with oat milk, more protein, unsweetened. I used honey to add the sweet flavor that I was looking for. What else contained protein? I didn't add any chia seeds in that smoothie. I didn't even add flax seeds or hemp seeds. But hemp seeds is also a really big source of protein. What else did I add? I added 1 banana, carbohydrates, natural sugars, and I added half of an avocado for my fats. So all my macros for a smoothie that packed over 40 grams of protein. So already I've consumed 71 grams of protein without consuming any animal-derived protein, no meats, and I'm at 123. How many more? I need, 50, 55 more grams of protein. So whatever I choose to eat for dinner, or whatever I snack on, a handful of almonds maybe, things like that, that'll help me reach my protein goal. Now, last but not least, my concern with this really drastic change, for me at least, is the fact that I have historically been eating 1 meal a day, maybe with a couple of snacks. And that's for a multitude of factors. It's because I am very involved at my office job, and sometimes I really just don't have the time, didn't make the space, didn't prep the food, didn't go grocery shopping. It's just a very busy schedule. Also, as a single parent with very active children, very thankful for that. Thankful for all of the opportunity that is keeping me busy and that I choose to put my time in. It really has been negatively impacting my nutrition. Another factor is my level of physical activity has drastically decreased as my other priorities have taken precedence. So I used to play flag football in a women's league once a week, couple of practices when I could during the week. I would regularly weight lift 1 or 2 sessions a week, and those have completely been off the table for the past couple months. So my body just didn't need to consume a lot, but that caused my stomach to shrink. So now I'm really also in the phase of building the habit of actually preparing the foods, planning ahead of time, shopping for the objective of what I'm planning to consume, navigating a very busy, packed schedule and making space to accommodate these lifestyle changes. Finally, lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that? What was the third one? Oh, expanding my stomach to the size that it can actually hold the amount of food that I'm now taking in. So a lot of big changes happening. My insights to you are external appearance really has little to nothing to do with physical state, nutritional state. I am very fit. I look very fit. I look very toned. But knowing this about me now, with not consuming enough protein, only eating 1 meal a day, engaging in this challenge so that I can really increase my activity level because it's been non-existent. Those are all elements that you wouldn't necessarily think, and you could easily blame yourself for not doing what it is Nicole looks like she's doing, right? So really important. And then the last thing I really want to emphasize is although this challenge is called Sisterhood of the Shrinking Pants, which a lot of incredibly driven queens will experience, that's not something that my body will experience. And so for me, it really entails being clear on what keeps me motivated to do things like this. Oftentimes as women, we feel pressured and also shamed to maintain a certain physique, a certain aesthetic, so that we can be attractive, so that we can be seen as valued, worthy, so that we can feel sexy, beautiful, that all means a lot to me as a woman. And I think it means a lot to humans in general. Nobody wakes up one day and says, you know what? I think I'm gonna be ugly as hell on purpose. And I think I'm just gonna, let my teeth rot out of my face. I don't need to have any source of love or feel beautiful in my skin today. I think I'm just gonna, matter of fact, let me just gain like, people don't do that in general, all kinds. And so when we look at others and we might hold prejudice inside or judge ourselves even, just hold grace for the space that everyone else navigates. We all want to feel worthy, to feel healthy, to live vibrant lives, and to enjoy ourselves, and to enjoy the food that we eat. Whether or not it's, donuts or french fries, because I'm all for the french fries and, dipping that shit in ice cream, okay? So keep that in mind. But for me, circling back, sorry about that tangent, it really is about, why am I doing this? And sometimes when I'm working out, I'm like, Nicole, you don't have to do this to look fit. You already look fit. So why am I doing this? For me, it's internal. For me, it's, what does it look like to show up for yourself, Nicole? Even when no one's scoring it, right? Even when no one really knows what a win looks like, and it's just in here and in here. I went through a really long healing journey. It's been 3 years since ending a relationship that, in my mind, was gonna be the man that I spent the rest of my life with. And I betrayed myself to fight for the repair of that relationship. I betrayed myself to try and win him back. I betrayed myself in doing things against my values and against my self-love and self-care to prove that I was the partner that he was meant to be with. And I lost myself. Looked great on the outside. Was all sorts of messy in the inside. Because I got used to betraying myself. And this feels like a really important step in not just showing up halfway. In order to make it through this challenge, you have to do all of the challenges. There are quantitative things that you can do to achieve success. And so I have the roadmap. Nicole, if you're going all in on yourself and you are going to be there for yourself and not betray what you desire, you're going to eat 123 grams of protein a day. You're going to figure it the fuck out. If you want to be reminded of your strength as a woman, you're going to show up for the workouts and you're going to do your damn best, even though you might feel like you're going to throw up or you might even throw up. If you want to, again, trust in your ability to make decisions for your highest good and not for the approval, the recognition, or the love, or the respect, or the tenderness, or the nurturing of somebody else, you're going to complete this challenge. You know what success looks like, so it's time to do it. So that's where I'm at, and it's just the end of day one. It's just day one. but the journey of 1,000 steps begins with the first step. So, 20 minutes of talking my head off. I hope this has brought joy, hope, belief, inspiration, motivation, and a spark of joy into your life. All right, thanks for watching. I'll record more videos to just share my journey. It will be there for you. I'm here for you. If you want to reach out and just say, hey, like, let's connect on Instagram. Let's connect on Facebook. Bring me into your tribe if my vibe is something that enhances your life. All right, I will eat my lunch, and I hope you have a magical and amazing day. Until next time, bye.